Take us back to what it was that originally made you go, yeah, I think I might try this gym out.
Yeah, so I was looking to strengthen my upper body because I used to go to the Pilates studio and they have TRX, and I used to do that, but then they stopped it, and so I was looking for something else to do, for strength. So yeah, I was looking around and found a couple of gyms that has, do a bit of strength training. But when I was looking at the Wild Movement website, I was like, oh, I didn't know what it's really about. Anyway, I emailed Luke, and then he was like, oh yeah, just told me a few things and stuff like that. So yeah, I was really looking for to strengthen my upper body. That was the start of it. So I came in, and it that was 5 years ago. I'm still here, I guess.
Yeah. Back then, can you remember having any particular kind of reservations about gyms? Was this sort of your real first experience of actually joining?
Yeah.
I don't want to say proper gym, but do you know what I mean?
Gym. Yeah, a real gym. Yeah, so I'm not really a gym person. I've never actually been in a gym other than maybe some sort of like group classes and things like that. And then I was like just feeling awkward. But I've never done any barbells, dumbbells or anything like that. So everything is kind of foreign to me. So coming here, I was like all out of, all the terms. I don't know what you're saying. What is a deadlift? What is all this stuff? I don't actually know what you're talking about. But anyway, so where I was going with this, I can't remember.
How you felt about coming into the gym? Were you,
yes.
And that's such a common thing for people to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it was like a bit out of my depth. I felt like, I don't really know what I'm doing, when I'm doing this right, that sort of thing. Yeah, it felt strange in the beginning. And then, I did, the 21-day or 3 weeks trial period. And I was still sort of feeling, look, I don't know, to be honest. I really don't. I honestly don't know. And I thought, I'll stay for a month and I'll see. And then another month and I'll see. And then it was just slowly, I guess it built up from there. And I was like, I guess now I'm still here.
The rest is history.
Yeah, I guess so.
What was it that changed for you over that time then? If you can remember, what was it that kind of changed in your mind that went from you being sort of a bit non-committal, I would say, and being like, I'll maybe just give it one more, I'm not sure, to being like, no, this is actually the right place for me to be and I'm getting what I want out of this experience. Can you remember?
I think I do feel good after each session. It was nice, and it was nice to talk to people, and people were really friendly. I mean, we still are friendly, but I think it's probably that, like having other people who is also probably in the same boat as me, or I'm not really sure, but I'm doing this for me, that sort of stuff. I mean, everyone has a bit of a different history, but I think just the fact that I felt good about after sessions and results-wise, obviously it speaks to itself. Like I did gain a lot of strength out of it, and I could see that. And so I guess coming, and it's a nice thing to do after work. So I do come in the afternoon all the time, and I find it is good stress relief for me. And then I go home, feeling good as well. So so that's why I'm still here.
And in 5 years, a lot can be done in 5 years. Are you able to give us just a very quick little snapshot of some of the things that you've achieved that you couldn't do those first days when you walked in the door and you were like, I have no idea what you're talking about, to like now, to
everything.
Be like, wow, I can do that now.
Everything.
Is there any particular ones that stand out to you as like maybe your top 3 achievements or something like that?
Top 3? Oh gosh, top 3. It's probably more than that, but I think it's probably like the from not being able to hang, just basic hanging on the bar, to being able to do chin up and pull ups. Like I could never have thought I would be doing that at all. That wasn't even my initial what I wanted to do. So, but yeah, no, I can do that now. But you know, it's you know, after a while, it's like, oh, it's fun. It's actually good.
Yes, you can enjoy
Right, I can
coming to
actually
the
do it.
gym.
Exactly, I can actually enjoy this rather than feeling that pain of, oh my God, I'm hanging. But I'm actually, it felt good. Well, second thing I guess is deadlifts. You know, I don't really know what a deadlift is to start off with, let alone, you know, picking up something that's heavy. But now I think I have so much strength that even I surprise myself. Right. Third thing, you know, finally I could do handstand. My God. You know, it took me so long. You know, it's something that I thought, you know, kind of, well, I'm not saying it's easy, it's not. For me particularly, it wasn't easy. So yeah, it's yeah, I think that's there you go. See, three top
amazing.
things.
Yeah, I know you've achieved so much. Fenny very much downplaying her strengths there. She's a very strong woman. How much have you been able to deadlift now, from going from not even knowing what a deadlift is and not being strong enough to even just hang from a bar to, do you know what you can lift right now?
So I think I started maybe deadlift, I think it was just a bar plus, let's say 30 kilo, I don't know, 35 or something kilo. Now my 1 RM is 112. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then I guess just to summarize, is there any advice you could give, or just like one piece of advice to someone who might be watching this and is thinking the same way you were, thinking like, I don't even know what the gym is about, I wouldn't even know what they were telling me to do if I walked in.
Yeah.
Someone who is in the same position that you were back then, what's one thing that you would say to them as like a piece of advice, knowing what you know now, to help get them started?
I think just try it. I think it doesn't hurt to try something that you are uncomfortable with. Yeah, I was very uncomfortable for a while actually. I didn't really, a lot of things I'm like, oh gosh, I can't do this. You know, like that sort of dialogue in your head, and you go, oh my God. But now I'm not saying that it's easy, but I can handle it a bit better. And I think it's just to try it and do it and being consistent with it. This is what the coaches keep saying. Consistent, I think, yeah, that's what it is. Just keep coming to it. It doesn't have to be, you know, like, we don't have to achieve something each time, but I think it's just just do it and see. It doesn't need to be anything, really.
Perfect advice, Fenny. Well, thank you very much for taking the last few minutes to share your story with us.